Hey folks, this is Jake Davis with On the Fly review for you, and today I'm talking about Primate, released earlier this month, starring Johnny Sequoia, Jessica Alexander, and Academy Award winner Troy Kotsur. It's late, and I really wanted to rush out and get this video again before I forgot it again. Um, as tradition, it feels like at least, to kick the year off with a horror movie. This film is about a rich family in Hawaii with a pet chimp raised to communicate with people, going to kick off their summer vacation. Unbeknownst to them, their chimps have been bitten by a mongoose and has contracted rabies and starts to terrorize the family and kill off their summer house guests one by one. It's Cujo. Just with different cosmetics. Not to say that's all completely a bad thing. I think the script does let this movie down. A lot of it does feel stupid, but I think the photography, the score, the young cast, particularly Jessica Alexander, and the practical effects, I absolutely want to take a moment to praise, trying to blend as much natural visual effects as you possibly could. We get prosthetics, we get a little bit of CGI touch-ups, puppetry, the time-tested guy in a suit, of course. Excuse me, a little bit of heartburn here. And it all works. I thought the movie looked and sounded really great. Just the script was the problem. Seemed to be a lot of half-baked ideas and not fully fleshed out thoughts. And even at 83 minutes long, it kind of feels like there's a lot just shoved in here. But then, yeah, it's 83 minutes, so totally works as a nice, snug slasher with some pretty creative, if not slightly laughable, kills in there, and some pretty heavy ones as well. This movie, for me, surprisingly kind of worked. I recommend Primate as a guy who's I'm harsh on horror movies that try to get super up your in your face with their agenda, their message. Like Jordan Peele. I think Jordan Peele is completely overrated and completely high on his own hype. I like Jordan Peele as an artist. I think he's really funny. I was rooting for the guy for years. And even though I wasn't a fan of Get Out, it was great to see him win the Oscar just because. Such a weird collage of things. A black comedian winning an Oscar for writing a horror movie. That's never happened before. And I thought Nope is my favorite of those three films, and finally getting to, it felt like he finally had the scope and budget he wanted for the kind of movie he wants to make. It's not just a horror movie; it's a bit of an adventure movie too, and I really did enjoy Nope, even if it too has a lot of random just things are thrown in there just because he wanted to do them, other than them really making sense, which is a problem throughout his three films. Fucking total sidebar there, sorry. But Primate was a solid little slasher that I really enjoyed. And like I said, snug, tight, well acted, not well written, but you gotta give the cast, the photographers, and I didn't catch. The guy who made this movie was the same guy who made Strangers Prey at Night, which I think was, in a lot of ways, better than the first film, first Strangers. I didn't. Chapter 1 shit. I saw the one, what's her name? Madeline Petch. She was very memorable, really pretty, great potential for a scream queen, but not enough to really make me give a shit about coming back for a sequel and a threequel. And no. You've completely nullified what worked about the original movie in the first place at this point. And on another little side thing, because I thought about doing a side review for this, but I also saw Event Horizon the other night. I've never seen Event Horizon. It came out in '97, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, starring Sam Neill, Lawrence Fishburne, Jason Isaac is Isaacs. Kathleen Quinlan, and Julia Richardson. Now, it is very dated for its age and its art direction, its music, and particularly the one character. I think his name was Cooper, the younger black guy. He stuck out like a sore thumb. He just screamed '90s. Uh, but I will say I enjoyed the film for the. Other than those elements, I thought the script was really tight. Lawrence Fishburne was excellent. Kathleen Quinlan was the best performance in the movie. Uh, the movie clearly had people who knew they had a good script, knew they had a good story, and an interesting movie, but I really don't think they had the visionary director or the budget they needed to quite make it great. It's a good movie, and it's definitely stood the test of time. Uh, Blatantly ripped off in films like Interstellar. I mean, a whole scene from this film is in Interstellar. But I do think while it is a good film, uh, I think it's overrated. And, maybe that's just because I'm seeing it, with 2020 vision all these years later. Uh, but yeah, I finally watched Event Horizon, and I liked it. And I also liked Primate. So there's two films I'm recommending for you guys this week. I will get to watching the Best Picture nominees I haven't seen yet. There's 5, and other Oscar nominees I haven't seen yet. Train Dreams is on. I'm not really excited about it. I do want to see Marty Supreme, but what were the other ones? Train Dreams, Hamnet, Sentimental Value, and The Secret Agent. I'll watch The Secret Agent. So 2 of those I want to see. But, I mean, if catching up on movies I didn't see from last year, I'm more interested in seeing No Other Choice than any of those other films. And it was totally shut out at the Oscars. Anyhow, my first official movie review of the year, kicking off 2026 with thumbs up. I'm Jake Davis, and I'll catch you on the fly. Primate. Let's give it 3 stars. Event Horizon, I'll give it 3 stars too. 3.5 stars. Why not? I'm Jake Davis, and I'll catch you on the fly.